We are back inside the Pickler for the women's pro doubles bronze medal match. Michelle McMahon alongside top senior pro Dave Fleming and 7-time medal winner from the U.S. Open, Dominic Catalano. We got the three-man booth going for this big match. Gentlemen, expectations in this big game. Dave, starting with you.
Well, you've got Kovalova and Jardim coming off a tough loss to Parenteau and Irvin for the second time in a week. They lost to them last weekend as well. So now they've got, we talked about them having a chip on their shoulder coming into that. Now, guess what? Now they got a chip for both shoulders. Okay? So they have something to prove because they want that match back.
And how's this on the other side? The family affair, the ladies in the green skirt, Lee Waters and Anna Lee Waters, mother and daughter. These guys have never beaten Simone Jardim and Lucy Kovalova, Dominic. So what's it going to take here today?
Yeah, it's been their kryptonite for a while. So Anna Lee and Lee Waters looking to exact some revenge here. They've lost to them a lot. And to come out on fire is what they need to do. And you're going to be able to tell when Anna Lee comes out. If she comes out and she is bouncing around, jumping around, you know that they're ready to go. She's going to fire up mom. It's not the other way around. The young kid is going to fire up mom, and when she does that, that's a huge key. And my biggest thing that I want to see from Lee and Anna Lee Waters is I want to see Anna Lee on the left side. I want her to use that two-handed roll dink backhand to her advantage. That will set up mom in the middle for some putaways.
To your point, there was some strategy talk ahead of the match, had a chance to catch up with the Waters, and mom is looking for Anna Lee to take over a lot of those poaching opportunities. And how do you find that happy medium against a high-flying team like Jardim and Kovalova, Dave, between working your dinks but also attacking the poach?
Yeah, I mean, they love to shake and bake, drive that third and go get it, and they can do that against anybody. So what has been working is Anna Lee's been doing a big, heavy spin serve that's produced some short returns that have enabled them to do that. And then, as Dom mentioned, we want to see them be aggressive with the dinks and then find a way for Anna Lee to step in and finish points. On the other side, we saw Jardim and Kovalova, especially Simone, get very aggressive at times in the last match. They had multiple opportunities to finish a match that they just weren't able to do so. So which style are they going to play? Are they going to play the patient, move you around game, or are they going to be attacked first? Because the attacks will be coming the other way. They know it. It's not up for debate. But Kovalova and Jardim for this matchup certainly have the confidence because they've been there before and on the right side most of the time.
One external circumstance we haven't talked about a lot is the altitude change. We have a lot of Florida natives on the court, a lot of them talking before this saying balls are sailing deep more so than they would be in their home state. So another interesting aspect to watch. We have Kovalova up to serve first. She will get us started here in this bronze medal match, this women's doubles professionals. Side out off the bat. You can tell where they're going against Lee Waters, Dave. There's the poach.
Yeah, that's it right there, Dave. That's that shake and bake we talked about earlier. They're going to use that to their advantage. If they return the lead, look for Anna Lee to use that shake and bake.
Simone Jardim taking control.
Yeah, and they're going to be on Lee a lot. Anna Lee's going to squeeze the middle and going to have to track down balls on her left, and she did brilliantly there.
Before this game, Anna Lee Waters told her mom, I'll poach, but you have to scooch out of the way. She's done just that, just a far miss there. Serve back to Lucy Kovalova.
You are seeing that strategy of they're trying to go to Lee way more than they're going to go to Annalee.
Yeah.
They do not want to heat Annalee up here early on in this match.
Annalee Waters with the finish.
Mom, I got it. I mean,
Scooch out the way. Annalee Waters back to serve. Right on the line for Annalee Waters, commanding the center of this court.
Well, it was great setup by Annalee as she went forehand side of Kovalova, pulled her out and opened up the middle for the winner.
she's shaking and baking and taking over 85% of the court and is off to a 3-0 lead.
Make that 4. The Waters on top.
There's her spin serve taking advantage right there.
Mom cut in front of the bake there and left the court open.
Just wide. What a rally. Great defense on the Waters side.
And they make you have to be so precise then because you've hit exactly the right balls and now you're looking for a ridiculous angle and Jardim pulled it wide.
So Annalee looking for that same 1-2 punch down the line and then to the middle, but Kovalova says, not this time.
Great shot down the middle, solves the riddle for Lee Waters.
It's a nice heavy ball from Simone Jardim right there. Again, recoiling the paddle of Lee Waters on the block.
And a deep shot for Lee Waters will earn the side out.
Annalee's like, hey, Mom, I'll set you up. Don't worry about it. I got you right here.
Got you.
14 years old. Unbelievable talent. And she's only just beginning. Annalee Waters.
Yeah, if the third's up, then she can't start all of her magic. So good deep return, forced a high third and got them to the second serve.
And that sailing long.
Annalee, like a swimmer, used the side of the pickler to push off on and get back into the court on that exchange.
The Pickler. What a name for this complex. Thank goodness for it. We got rained out outdoors. We are inside the Pickler here in Ogden, Utah. Sailing wide once again. A little bit of that altitude kicking in for the Florida natives in the green skirts. What an angle for Annalie Waters.
Yeah, like you said, Michelle, that's such a good angle from Annalie Waters right there as she gets that ball out of the air and creates that angle.
Georgine doing what she does best, attacking the body.
Yeah, great job of when you know somebody is hungry and sitting forehand, go on the other side of their body.
Yeah, you talk about that. It's nothing personal when you get hit in the body.
No.
It's a strategy. It really is. Because the last thing you want to do is have someone extend their arms.
We have 4 great players on the court, and the youngest one is dictating everything right now.
Yes, she is. Yeah, well, she's playing 80% of the court.
Exactly. That time they didn't switch out of it. I think they will here to keep her on that left side.
Just wide. The Waters actually got their start playing pickleball, not in Florida like you would think. They actually started in Pennsylvania when they had a power outage in Florida, had to spend some time with their grandparents, and that's where their love for the game began.
Well, who was Lee's first mixed doubles partner, Dave?
I can't wait to hear that it was you.
Yes, it was. Lee and I played her first year of pickleball together. She was my mixed partner, and then all of a sudden I lost her.
We start talking about Dom, and they missed 2 returns and a volley.
The one that got away.
Yep.
Still time, Dom. Still time. We have a timeout called on the floor. Tight game. The Waters within 1 have yet to beat this duo of Kovalova and Georgine. They seemingly had the command over this match early on, or this game. The Waters did, but what happened where it started to slip away?
Well, you start making a few errors. I mean, they gave away 2 on just returns, and you don't have heavy serves coming at you. So those are truly unforced errors. I mean, Lucy hits it mid-pace. Simone will try and place it, but these aren't like Anna Lee going for it. And then the point that put them behind there was just literally a sitter forehand that Lee didn't execute. So the execution started off as high as it possibly could for these 2. Now it's gone down a bit. Luckily for them, they built the lead, so they're only down 1.
Just long for Lee Waters, seemingly frustrated.
Yeah, leading with that handle instead of getting over the top of that. Ball sails.
What a finish for Lucy Kovalova.
And those firefights that we saw earlier from Simone Jargim and Lucy Kovalova, they came out on top of. Same result right there.
Just wide for Kovalova.
Much easier to keep Anna Lee out of the game if Lee is on the left side. She can't sneak in there with her forehand. They got a good ball, they just weren't able to execute it there.
What a finish. Simone Jargim all over the drive to the middle.
And that's the answer for the shake and bake, is go opposite sideline, because Anna Lee's sitting in the middle on the service line.
And this drop shot for Lee Waters. The serve returns to Lucy Kovalova.
You see Simone Jargim back off that kitchen line as soon as she saw Lee Waters go to rip that. What a veteran move. Just, that's tons of experience in knowing what to do on that ball.
just long. And a little run here for Kovalova and Jargin. Oh, what a get for Jargin and a miss for Annalie Waters. Game number 1 goes to Lucy Kovalova and Simone Jargin. Any big takeaways for you, Dom?
I mean, that game was ended on a 9-0 run.
Yes.
9-0 run. They were down 5-1, or sorry, 10-0 run. They go on a 10-0 run to end it. Absolutely incredible job by Simone Jargin and Lucy Kovalova making the adjustment.
Yeah, so let's see what they're able to do here in game 2. We'll go to a commercial and then we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm happy to do 12 seconds.
Back inside the Pickler, we are underway for game number 2 of this bronze medal match for pro women's doubles. Simone Jargin and Lucy Kovalova taking game number 1. The Waters looking for a rebound here, not the way they wanted to start this one.
Yeah, Annalise trying to recreate the magic at the beginning of the first game there, stepping in quickly. Tough ball to do much with and finds the net.
Winner advances to the gold medal match. Loser will take bronze. Ooh, and a miscommunication in the middle.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate because the Waters had the huge advantage throughout that point. Just couldn't put a ball away. Such good defense from Kovalova and Jargin.
There it is. What the Waters have been looking for in this game number 2. Jargin's patience paying off.
Yeah, we've seen her all day, Michelle, attacking the person in front of her, inside out into the body. And the best you can do is maybe defend and block that back, but the next one's coming even harder.
What a lob from Lee Waters right on that baseline.
That's what you call a good offensive lob right there. You can get that up over Lucy Kovalova. Nice shot. Stephen Waters over there, Annalie's father and Lee's wife. That's the one you hear cheering for them over there in the corner. Yes, I said Stephen was Lee's wife. We caught that one. Lee's husband.
I was going to let you dig out of your own hole.
You know what I meant. You know what I meant.
I mean, we know it's a family, Dom. So, thank you.
Long days up here, ladies and gentlemen.
Right behind the husband is Kyle Yates, Annalie's mixed doubles partner, giving her some tips in the middle of this game. And before, his advice was to dink, dink, dink against these two power hitters and wear out Simone Jargin. I don't know if that's possible, but that was the thought process.
Well, right on cue there, she does, and they get the side out.
And a quick finish for Jargin. Such fast hands up at the net. And Lee Waters once again commanding the center of the court, taking care of business.
That's a very strong 14-year-old girl on that two-handed backhand side.
Started playing pickleball when she was 10, trained with Kyle Yates, who then became her mixed doubles partner.
I don't know what happened there. It almost looked like Jargin was gonna hit it and then kind of backed off just a little. Maybe she thought that ball was gonna go out.
Had to have, because that was a ball easily hit out of the air. Lucy Kovalova pumping up her partner there.
29-year-old based out of Wichita. Woo, sneaky roll over the net. Jargin will take it.
Yeah, and after that funky lob point, needed a little pickleball gods. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Too much of a swing and not the roll there.
Yeah, doesn't miss that very often.
No, she had it was the choice. She had that nasty roll ready and didn't hit that particular shot.
Fortuitous net play once again.
Lucy Kovalova was walking back and waved the other way to say she was sorry. Wasn't even facing them. Sincerity.
Oh, complete sincerity out of Lucy Kovalova.
Just long for Lee Waters. What a finish for Kovalova.
Yeah, Jargin and Kovalova giving the Waters a taste of their own medicine with the shake and bake right there.
Inside out, punch, lob, volley, didn't go well. You don't want to feed them with freebies like that. You've got them in a bit of a predicament here, down in game 2.
What a step back from Simone Jargin. Great
and then to hit
move.
it flat and low. Not easy to execute, and on the forehand side, which is where she doesn't like to defend.
The Waters trailing by 2, and the serve will be surrendered to Kovalova. Once again, at the body for Jargin.
Yeah, it's just a great execution from Jargin. As she sees Lee Waters backing off that kitchen line, she goes right at the body.
Just wide for Kovalova. How about the hands for Jargin? So quick.
So you guys seen that lob from Jardim? She's done it 3 times this match already. It is not a bailout lob. She's setting that up because she rips the next ball after they get that ball back. It is a complete setup.
So she likes pace, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, as you can see right there, right on cue.
Well, she's getting the pace she wants off that ball because they're not able to strike that with anything, and she's getting a mid-range ball off that and killing it.
Just back for Kovalova.
And that's because of the Anna Leigh kind of spin serve that she's using, causing some issues today.
What a finish for Leigh Waters jumping in the middle.
Oh yeah, getting really big there was Leigh. She almost flipped it around and said, hey, Anna Leigh, I'll take over for a little bit. You take a break. I'll jump you in next point.
Jardim will take over the serve. Up by 1. And a heavy overhead for Kovalova. Puts them up by 2.
Set up by a very awkward block that she keeps in and just sets up that beautiful overhead.
We have a timeout called on the floor. Dave, if you're advising the Waters on how to crawl their way back into this one, what are you saying?
I want no mistakes now. Okay, it's 8-6, so we're going to play our game. We're going to play it the way we want to play. Now, not the way they want to play. I want Anna Leigh. Do you remember the beginning of this match when you were the thing? Go freaking be the thing.
All right.
The thing.
Hey, easy over there, Belichick, telling them no mistakes, be perfect, right?
I didn't say perfect.
But no mistakes, right?
I didn't say perfect, I just said
But you're
better.
right. The unforced errors can't happen right now.
No.
You're down by 2 in game 2 that you need. So the unforced errors cannot happen from here on out.
We got to be laser focused on setting up Anna Leigh. Leigh cannot go for anything that is outrageous right now. If she's got it, of course, go for it.
Jardim on the serve. Not a miss Anna Leigh Waters typically makes.
No. And they have that stunned look on their face here.
I mean, Jardim caught that ball and jumped to the baseline, ready to serve.
2 points away for securing an entrance to the gold medal match for Jardim and Kovalova.
That's it.
And it's done. Simone Jardim and Lucy Kovalova will advance to the gold medal match against Catherine Parenteau and Jessie Irvin. That one taking place right after this, but the Waters put up a solid fight. Have to be pleased with the performance, not pleased with the outcome. What did you see in this match?
Yeah, I mean, Dom used the term kryptonite, and that's what it is. And you thought, ooh, Superwoman is in trouble here because Anna Leigh dominated the beginning of this match, and then they couldn't get that. And Lucy and Simone just said, all right, if you're going to sit over there, we're going to take balls that we can attack Leigh with and attack her with them. And then what did they do? Their game was much more precise throughout the rest of the match. It just was. And the mistakes weren't there.
What happens to Anna Leigh and Leigh Waters been around the game a long time, right? It's not like they're new to the sport. But Simone and Lucy, they're veterans of the sport. They've been around a long time. It's about making in-game adjustments. A veteran player makes in-game adjustments very well, right? It's not that Anna Leigh and Leigh didn't make adjustments well. It's just they couldn't answer the adjustments that Simone Jardim and Lucy Kovalova made in that match. And that, I think, in my opinion, was the difference and that puts Jardim and Kovalova in the gold medal match.
And they get what they wanted. Wait, we've lost twice in a row to the same team? When did that last happen? Ever?
Right, and what's the hardest thing to do to one team? Beat them 3 times.
Exactly.
Right, 3 times in a row, hardest thing to do in sports. You see it in baseball, see it in hockey, see it in basketball. It's a very tough thing to do. Well, we're going to see if it happens here.
So Kovalova and Jardim is setting themselves up nicely for this gold medal match. We'll have more coverage from inside the Pickler in just a moment. But for now, we'll send you to a commercial break.
Selkirk's mission has always been to fuel the pickleball obsession found inside every player.
There is a growing community of pickleball players who consume as much pickleball content as they possibly can.
And that's why we are launching Selkirk TV, which brings the best pickleball content to your smartphone, tablet, and big screen TV. It's pickleball's original and only free TV app. This is 24/7 pickleball, proudly brought to you by Selkirk.
Jackpot. Hurry up. Their lunch break is almost over.
Ben, Irina. Are you guys almost done? We gotta get that new fruit punch flavor ready to ship.
Sure thing, Carissa. We were almost finished.
Good, we got a lot of orders to fill. Why are you guys wearing ski masks? It's like 110 degrees out.
Bad hair day?
Always goofing around.
Slightly favored
Back inside the Pickler as we await the gold medal match for the women's pros coming up after this with Simone Jargim, Lucy Kovalova, Catherine Parenteau, and Jessie Irvin. We now are underway in a senior pro match. Michelle McMahon alongside Dave Fleming, top senior pro, to break this match down. 1 game to 15, Dave.
Yes, and Natalie Bagby is in the blue, who started out serving, a very accomplished, played on the tennis tour. So they get off to a couple of points. You have Celeste Pafford in the white now serving, and her partner is hitting the two-handed backhand right there is Jane Paulson. And that's Chris Cargis, who just ripped that backhand deep. And all 3 points so far, Michelle, are off errors as we get started here. Great angle by Cargis there. Jane Paulson to serve. A lawyer from Oregon delivering the law here.
Well, we know who to send you to, Dave, when you get rowdy here in Utah.
I don't want to see her. Or I might need her.
Exactly. That's more the long lines that I was thinking of.
Exactly. Nice finish by Celeste Pafford there. All twos. Game. One game to 15 here in the senior women's pro.
Nice shot to the corner for Chris Cargis.
So Natalie Bagby new to the senior pro game and has had quite a start. Has won a couple of big tournaments, has played a lot with Beth Bellamy, playing with Chris Cargis today and hoping to get towards those medals again. You just see the tennis in that backhand cut. And she'll obviously play the right side the entire day as the lefty.
Both forehands in the middle. And a luxury it is. They continue to cruise for Natalie Bagby.
Nice hands by Paulson. I think Bagby thought she had a buyer down the line there.
Chris Cargis with the lob attempt, and it was wide.
Love the idea of going over a lefty's right shoulder there, but missed it just by a ball wide.
Celeste Pafford back to serve. Aggressive play by Jane Paulson.
Could fill in the middle and then set herself up with the next one.
Notice watching this match on the side, you'll find a lady in red. That is Jessie Irvin as she prepares for the gold medal match for the women's pro doubles. Here inside the Pickler, it's supposed to be outdoors, but fortunately we have an indoors facility to be able to execute the rest of this tournament at. Jane Paulson creating a little run.
And it's always interesting when you have both teams with a lefty. So the lefty against the lefty, haven't had a lot of dinking in this match so far, but all those forehands are in the middle. So if you can find the outside and find a weakness, that's a good place to put the ball. Feeding forehands is not.
Chris Cargis with the serve. And a smash to finish it, Dave. How about that wicked forehand in the middle?
Yeah, I like what Bagby setting up her partner there. You know, we've talked all day, seeing the young pros shaking and baking, driving that, and then finishing. Like to see the seniors doing it as well. It's not limited. You can be above 50 and shake and bake.
You can say that as a top pro yourself. Senior pro, excuse me. What a drive from Jane Paulson down the line. Laying down the hammer, both Paulson and Pafford on that one.
Yeah, you can see the tennis skills of Paulson there. That was not an easy overhead when it's that deep, and she was able to hit a nice deep overhead that then set up the winner for her partner, Pafford. Paulson's partner, Pafford. Let's go, alliteration. So Bagby and Carr just choose not to stack that, left the backhands in the middle and got the ball back. So we'll see if they find anything from that. They likely, when they're serving, will stay with the forehands in the middle, and that's the way they're arranged right now.
Just a reminder, this is 1 game to 15 for the Senior Pro women's doubles as we await the gold medal match for the women's pro doubles. Bagby again with a nice angle.
Yeah, you can, as I mentioned before, that's a tennis player carving that beautifully out of the air and catching just inside the line.
Chris Carr just coming up short on the drop shot. Bagby will take the second serve. What a shot for Jane Paulson.
Yeah, Al started with a third that was up. Tried to recover, but could not.
Lawyer by day, pickleball player by night. Jane Paulson does it all in the pink. Back to serve.
Ambitious, moving with the ball at her ankles there. You want to reset that ball. Quickly back to Bagby and Cargis.
Just wide, a fortuitous bounce off the net for Cargis and Bagby.
Yeah, because that tank was left in a very unsettling spot for Bagby and Cargis, but the tape helps them out.
Natalie Bagby creating some momentum with that drive. We are switching sides at 8. Bagby and Cargis, the first to arrive at that point total. What do you like so far on their side, Dave?
You know, I like a couple of things. They've been able to take advantage of the Bagby forehand on a couple drives. Carr just got to shake and bake one. Bagby's slice backhand has given them a little bit of trouble. And then, quite frankly, they have been the more precise team, haven't given free points away, have moved Pafford and Paulson around a bit, but Paulson and Pafford have had balls on their paddles. Wow, Dr. Seuss, can I buy a pee? They've got to execute better because you're down 4. There isn't a second game here. This is the race to 15, so you've got to be able to reel this back in and get closer here.
Trying to stay alive in the bracket. Bagby will take the serve. Tough bounce. Just missed for Celeste Pafford. Nice dink paddle there.
Yeah, just too many freebies. Even the dink before that was not a dink when they were in trouble. So you've got that miss. Now a return goes deep, and suddenly you're 6 in the hole and 1 game to 15 here. So they've got to find the precision here. They've got to work the outsides of the court. I'd like to see them force. We've seen some nice backhands out of Bagby on her side. Let's see if Kargis can hang with that a little bit. And they're both players that like to smoke the ball, so let's hit a deep return. Let's get the ball back off of a bad third, and then let's get our game going, because this is slipping away a little bit here.
Chris Kargis hopes to create more of a gap. Within 5 points of closing in on this match.
They found the Kargis backhand and get the ball back, so let's see if they can put a run together.
Ooh! Little hit to the face there for Jane Paulson off of her partner.
Some of the worst hits in this sport are friendly fire when you're watching your opponent and they're either behind you or it goes off the edge of the paddle. I'm glad Jane's okay.
Is that what I was witnessing earlier between you and Dominic in the booth here? Some friendly fire?
Yes, very friendly.
Glad I could come in and mix things up.
Needed a hall monitor. Great shot by Pafford there.
Celeste Pafford grabs the corner and
get up on that line and be tall.
smart lob from Paulson. Bagby goes for the lob back and finds beyond the baseline.
Great track down by Kargis there on a perfect lob, and got a couple in a row here.
Sean McMahon and Dave Fleming on the call here with you as we await the women's pro doubles gold medal match coming up right after this, so be sure to stick around. It's going to be a good one. This is 1 game to 15, and we are closing in here on the final stretch.
Yeah, so Paulson and Pafford have put a little run together here, and they have found backhands on the dinks. And they have executed a couple balls. Pafford reached into the middle and put the ball in the corner there, left saw a ball that was up. Kargis and Bagby have to get back to what was working before, getting the ball down at their feet and creating errors. We'll see, can this run continue or can they get the ball back here? I certainly like the body language and the presence on the court a lot better now for Paulson and Pafford.
They climbed within 3. Let's see how Bagby and Kargis respond after the timeout called, and not well.
No, found a backhand again. Just keep the ball on the outside, give yourself margin, make them beat us with that. Smart little thing just to show something different. They chose to switch, which is to put the forehands on the outside. So if you are going to get beat out there, then I've got a forehand. Really smart by Bagby and Kargis there.
Kargis with the finish down the middle.
Set up by going after a backhand, and the ball's just sitting there ready to be destroyed, and it was. They haven't had a point for a while. That was needed.
Celeste Pafford bringing the heat. Paulson fights it off, but we have a kitchen violation.
So sometimes on an overhead, Michelle, you'll push off of the kitchen, and on your way back, you won't reset that same foot. That's the call from Byron Frezzo there on that. So yes, going backwards can be a kitchen fault, and that's what was called there.
Cargis and Bagby closing in on this game to 15. They will collect another point off the error from Pafford. Another timeout called on the floor. What caused the change of momentum for Bagby and Cargis to get back on track here, Dave?
I think the most important thing they did during that run was they switched just to give them a different look, and they got a missed third out of that. And then they've executed well on this little three-point run. They've found backhands that set up putaways, made a beautiful lob that set up a point, and suddenly they're 2 points away from moving on, getting closer to a medal match here. Still not there quite yet. We actually had more teams in the senior women's than in the young pro today.
Would you look at that?
Would you look
Representing.
at that? Let's go.
Senior pros. Let's go, seniors. I love it. Even our Dave Fleming will be in action tomorrow in the senior pro group. Looking forward to covering that. I'll try to be as nice as possible to you, Dave.
Thank you.
Just kidding. Oh, going for the line shot, just a bit wide for Cargis. Paulson and Pafford stay alive.
So when you see that, you can't leave your paddle face open because the ball will spin to the outside off the back end. She just needed to push that. The court was open after the net cord. Great hustle by Pafford. So again, Bagby and Cargis, whoever called it of those two that said, we're going to put the backhands in the middle and make them find that. It's worked the last two times. We'll see if that continues.
Not the typical strategy you see with lefties.
But they've gotten mistakes and no harm since they made that change. Stopped the run, and now they're back right on the precipice here.
A little reverse psychology never hurt anyone.
No.
Bagby and Cargis within two. What a shot. Fending that one off for Pafford.
Yeah, when you have your partner engaged, you expect them to continue to be engaged in that point. And Carr just looked over at Bagby there. I'd like to have seen her step in. She hit the ball. She knows where it's coming from. Oh. Paulson gets away with something there. Bagby kind of ran through it, and by doing so, it jammed her. Another chance to get closer.
Pafford goes long. Not by an inch, by a mile on that one, and she knows it. Just long for Bagby. Seems to be tightening up.
Good deep return by Cargis.
Great defense by Pafford and just catching the line for Cargis.
Paulson was willing that deep as she chased back, and it lands right on the line. Here we go.
Match point for Bagby and Cargis. Can they close in? They will. Victory goes to Natalie Bagby and her partner, Chris Cargis. Congratulations to the senior women's pro doubles. What a match we just saw as we continue on here with our coverage. Up next, the match we've all been waiting for, the gold medal match for women's doubles. And this is going to be a good one, Dave. What are you most looking forward to in this?
You know, it's go
matchup?
time. It's go time. They both want it. They both want it. Kovalova and Jardim are like, enough. Enough. They lost last week. They lost earlier today. Enough. Parenteau and Irvin are like, this is the way it's going to be.
Former player coach action from Michigan State University. We'll be right back with our coverage of this one as we get set for Simone Jardim, her partner Lucy Kovalova, her former protege at Michigan State, Catherine Parenteau, and Jessie Irvin. This is the gold medal match for the pro women's doubles. We'll be back in just a moment. Dominic Catalano will be joining us on the call.
Electric feel is in my bones, in my bones, in my bones. Make me color, make me glow, make me glow, make me glow. Shine like diamonds, bright as gold, bright as gold, bright as gold. Let those good vibrations.
That's a great point by Tyson Duncan.
I got that glow. I got that glow.
Bottle can take the heat.
Welcome to the 2021 Jigsaw Health Tournament of Champions live from Brigham City, Utah. Sponsored by Jigsaw Health. It's fun to feel good. Selkirk. We are Pickleball. PickleballCentral.com, the Pickleball Superstore. Utah Sports Commission. Utah, the state of sport. Onyx, the choice of pros. Zealous Insoles, the insole to end all insoles. OS First, the official sock and compression bracing partner of USA Pickleball. Superior Labs, supplements keep you at the top of your game. Head Pickleball, performance is a head game. Paddle Tech, let's go again.
Back inside the Pickler, the gold medal match is set for these pro women's doubles players here on the championship court. Michelle McMahon alongside our two pros, Dominic Catalano, 7-time medal winner from the U.S. Open, and top senior pro Dave Fleming. We've got a 3-man and lady booth for you, I guess, here for this gold medal match. Simone Jardim, Lucy Kovalova on the side with the bright floral colors on the right side of your screen, and Catherine Parenteau and her partner Jessie Irvin in the red shirts will be taking each other on here in the gold medal match. Guys, this is going to be a tough match. You've been talking about it all day, Dave. These teams have met several times this week. Hasn't ended in the way that Jardim and Kovalova have wanted. So where's their best chance at coming back in this one?
Well, they know what they're doing. So, you know, what they're happy about is, unlike last week when they didn't have a chance to avenge it, they got a chance to avenge it a few hours later. Now, can they do it is the question. We saw them have a brilliant strategy. They were moving Jessie Irvin all over the place when she was on the left side of the court, and they were able to get a lead. To Catherine and Jessie's credit, they switched up what they were doing, were able to activate Catherine Parenteau, who played brilliantly down the stretch in Game 3 in their last match, and they were able to take that one. Kovalova and Jardim are going to have some new things in store.
Oh, yeah?
We actually saw Jardim lobbing the waters in the middle of. She's going to bring, yes, she's going to bring some stuff. We liked when they brought pace, didn't we, Don?
Yeah, we did, and we appreciated what they did with the pace, especially against Irvin and Parenteau, because of the fact that they struggled with it. So they struggled with it a little bit, and that's how Jardim and Kovalova got that lead. Then all of a sudden, it kind of switched. It was like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde as that match went on. It was going back and forth, back and forth. The teams making adjustments. We honestly thought that Jardim and Kovalova had it won when they figured out what they were going to do with Jessie Irvin, and then next thing you know, Parenteau and Irvin make an adjustment. They switch sides, and then just like that, they come back and they take that third game and the match.
Yes, so I think I've seen them. They've been like, okay, who are we going to attack out of the air? Parenteau. Who are we going to attack on the ground? Irvin. Will that continue?
Yeah.
Also, for those who are unfamiliar, a storyline Dave pointed out earlier today on the same side of the court, a monster that Simone Jardim ultimately created out of Catherine Parenteau. Fill us in on the connection there, Dave.
Yeah, the Spartan Pride, for those of you from Michigan and Michigan State specifically. So they are literally friends. Teacher, student, mentor, mentee. Love playing together, love battling against each other, have made each other better, without question. But nothing is being held back here. Nothing. They want this desperately. You know, in the last match, Kovalova didn't hit a ton of balls because Parenteau and Irvin were playing Jardim primarily, and it was that backhand cross court that Jardim was dictating. So can we see a little more of Kovalova getting involved if things aren't going their way?
And what you were saying, Dave, to take to kind of another level with that, it's always been that Parenteau trying to get over the hump of Jardim. Jardim always had her number, you know, and the thing of it was Jardim has that next level, right? She can put aside that you're my friend on the court. It always seemed like Parenteau could never do that. She could never say, hey, you know, for this hour, she's not my friend, she's not my former coach, she's my enemy. She could never do that. All of a sudden now it seems like she can she's grown up, she's figured out what she can do. She figured out that, hey, we can still be friends off the court, but when we're between these lines, I'm sorry, I'm coming at you. Nothing personal, just business. But when there's a check on the line, for me, I want it. You know, we talked with Tyson McGuffin yesterday, right? Talks about Ben Johns. Tyson McGuffin talking about, Ben, I got 4 kids to feed. I got a wife. You're taking money off my plate. You're stealing money from my kids, right? And jokingly talking about that, what Ben Johns has done to him over the last couple years. Parenteau kind of getting over that hump the last week or so of Jardim. We'll see if she can continue that, because we have talked about that. The hardest thing to do in sports is beat someone 3 times in a row.
Let's also discuss the altitude we talked about briefly. We got three Florida natives, 2 Florida natives at least here on the floor. How different is it, Dave, to play in this kind of environment, given that you're going to be up against the same altitude issues?
There's no doubt. And
lungs
luckily,
and ball, right?
Yeah, luckily for these ladies, they didn't have the added element of wind, of cold. They're all coming from very hot places, and it's been in the 50s and 60s. So you have that affects the ball. Here we have a controlled environment, but when you are cutting your return and you're at altitude, it sails on you. So they've got to be aware of that. But this is going to be epic, and obviously, Dom, what do Catherine and Jesse have in their back pockets?
We're going to pull it out, that game to 15, just in case Kovalova and Jardim win this 2 out of 3. They're smacking that right down on the table, Dave, and they're saying, hey, let's play one more to 15.
Done.
No.
We're not done.
We want more pickleball.
Exactly. Now, they, of course, want to just throw that away like an unused concert ticket, but we'll see what happens.
What did you just drop on us?
You know what I did.
An unused concert ticket. Must be a Texas
All right. Catherine Parenteau up to serve. The 27-year-old Naples, Florida native will kick us off for this gold medal match. Right off the hop. Got some heat at the net, to say the least.
Yeah, and we're going to see that right away from Jardim and Kovalova. It looks like, seems like that might be the game plan here to start off.
What a shot, Simone Jardim sniping on the backhand of Parenteau.
And they're starting Jesse on the left. They're stacking it. So let's see how that goes.
Jesse Irvin, the 32-year-old, based out of Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, Dave, that was the kryptonite earlier. Jesse Irvin on the left-hand side. We'll see what happens, like you said.
Parenteau and Irvin in the red on the far side of this court. Jardim and Kovalova on the near side. Parenteau and Irvin will take the serve back and run with it with the early 1-0 lead.
That ball's in Wichita.
It's got to be frustrating.
Jardim backed off that, Dave.
Yes.
As she backed off the kitchen line, she went easy instead of ripping that.
And her partner saved her face with that redirection that got him the point back. Wow. Strange choices all around there.
Jardim takes the serve.
Packed house here. Standing room only.
That's right. The pickler knows how to rock a pickleball concert, you know?
Don't encourage him, Michelle. Do not encourage him.
Again, though, Jardim throws up a third shot lob. So she's definitely worked on something that is a pattern she likes.
Jardim attacking the backhands on both sides. Michelle McMahon, Dave Fleming, and Dominic Catalano here with you on the call. We're in game 1 of this gold medal match.